back to a different conversation. It's just me on this podcast yet again. We're doing the ropes and the flowers. Now, I'm just kidding. So I want to take this time to introduce someone back onto the podcast. It's been a while. I've been asking him back over and over and over. We finally found a good time to do it. So now, introducing to the screen, it's V-Man, Mickey fan. Hit him over the head with a pillow. The Lakers fan, Lakers in 5.
Oh yeah,
What
Lakers
is up,
in 5,
V-Man?
baby. Lakers in 5, baby. We're fucking
Welcome
here, dog.
back. Why don't you talk to us? What you been up to? You know, anything you want to say.
It's just been life, man. You know, life's just been going on. Been doing a lot of self improvement, self reflection. You feel me? Just trying to get better at everything every day, man. Taking
Hell
it one
yeah,
step at a time.
That's all you can do, brother. And with that being said, we are going to smoke our blunts because, as you guys know, with this new series, this is episode 2 of the Ropes and the Flowers. We smoke and we talk wrestling, and basically we get high enough to the point where we just talk about whatever the fuck comes to our mind. So it's WrestleMania season. This is the WrestleMania episode I have been hyping up for weeks, and I've been hyped for weeks. I think, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
Bro, this is the first time that I've been excited for WrestleMania in a minute. I'll say that.
That's a fair. I mean, I don't know. I was really hyped for last WrestleMania.
No, 100%. But honestly,
but I know what you mean.
I
really
was
hyped.
just more hyped. So, because this WrestleMania, I'm actually hyped for the entire event. Like last WrestleMania, I was really just looking for obviously the ending of Roman. If you feel me, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see how it would happen. I knew it would happen. I just wanted to see how.
And it's crazy because they knocked that out the park too.
Yeah, 100%. But it's like
Almost
this time, I'm excited about everything.
Had me thinking for a second that Roman had it.
Loki, I was like, yo, he's gonna get away with it again.
Son of a
Yo, I said it to myself, like, yo, Thomas is gonna be so mad if he pulls this shit off again, bro. I swear to God.
And it's crazy because now I appreciate Roman even more after he did that match and after he lost the championship and everything. But I think it's like that for everybody.
Would, though. Like it's like you never really appreciate something until it's over. Like
that's that Kobe Bryant effect. Like no one really appreciated him until like he gave that 60-point game and then retired.
Yeah. Besides this guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. You're the Lakers fan.
Yeah.
So.
I ain't gonna lie.
Your number one
60, bro. I cried. I ain't gonna lie. I just fucking cried my eyes out after that. I'll never see him again.
I watched that game because like I don't know, it just felt like something you just can't miss. Like Kobe Bryant versus the bum ass Jazz one more time.
Bro, it's like it's his last game.
Staples Center. All the celebrities. He's not gonna go out there and put up 12 in his final game.
Could you imagine, bro? I'd have been so hot, bro. I'd have been pissed. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He just has one last bum ass game. And everyone's just like, oh, Kobe, it's okay. He gave us years of shit. But no, 60 points is honestly, it's one of the greatest moments in sports history, if we're being real.
For sure, man.
But we're here for wrestling first. So we're going to talk about some wrestling. What are some of your most favorite moments in wrestling history? Because, this is your first time doing a wrestling podcast.
Oh,
honestly,
man.
I think this is our first time doing a podcast without a third person.
No, 100%.
Is that true?
Yeah. I believe so.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, because normally we had Matt or we had somebody else.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck it.
I think one time me and Matt did it without you.
Yeah, the only episode I haven't been on.
But yeah, honestly, some of my moments, my favorite wrestling moments were just moments where some ridiculous ass shit happened that like nobody, like the one moment that really comes to mind was when Bobby Lashley just destroyed the cage against Umaga and it fell over on Umaga. And I was just like, whoa, I've never seen the steel cage break. And I'm just like, is that supposed to happen? Like,
I'll say this, as time goes by, I've appreciated Umaga a lot more.
Yeah,
if you go back and watch some of his matches, he was banging in there with them, bro.
Yeah, OD. He was mad athletic for his size, low key. That's what was really scary.
So he used to scare me, bro.
Like, I think it was because like his size, he was mad fast, so it was just mad intimidating. Like,
Bro, and then the thumb to the throat, I always thought, like, if someone ever, like, jammed their thumb into my throat, I felt like
Bro,
I
you
would
should
die.
die. Like, you should honestly die if you really get hit like that. Like, just think about it. Just put your thumb to your throat, bro. Like, if somebody full force just
I it's so precious.
like even
No, I mean,
that,
I
like,
think
damn.
because I feel like we're gonna go back and forth with moments here. I mean, the moment that I wanna bring up is Rob Van Dam winning the WWE
Oh yeah,
Championship.
man. That was insane. I ain't gonna
Because
lie.
I did not expect that when I was a kid. I thought, John Cena wins every single match.
As a
You know,
kid, 100%, I couldn't see that coming. But like as an adult, there was no way John Cena was walking into ECW and walking out.
well, I thought he would because you know how Vince McMahon was always shitting on his competition, like, when
Yeah,
he finally acquired them.
yeah.
So, I thought, like, them doing the ECW shit, I thought John Cena was gonna go in, beat Rob Van Dam, everyone was gonna be mad, it was a big "fuck ECW" thing, and then Rob Van Dam won, and it was just one of the I was like, "Wow!" I think I was 8?
Then
I
he
was
gets
9,
busted
8 or
for
9?
pot like a week later.
Yeah, and ruined everything.
It ruined everything.
I wonder what they had planned, like, that a feud with Rob Van Dam and Edge would have been
Yeah,
crazy.
that would have been OD. That'd been crazy.
Because, like, they had a feud, but Edge won,
Yeah,
so it wasn't and then it was over,
yeah.
and I think Rob Van Dam came back, won the Intercontinental Championship, got punted by Randy Orton, and it was over. Randy Orton was on a
Yeah,
rampage.
man. I ain't gonna lie. That was my favorite version of Randy Orton. The kicking people in the heads, man. Yeah, I needed. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think most interesting is, like, Randy Orton, if you really think about it, he's a really dull guy, like, he's not, like he never really overextends himself, he's
yeah,
usually always very calm, and I don't wanna say boring, but, very, like, strict, like,
yeah,
very, but, like, his personas, his character when he went from the Legend Killer Evolution, Legend Killer, voices in my head,
yeah.
to whatever you wanna call it that he does now. But he made it work, man,
Dude got
and I think
aura,
that's why
man.
a lot of people disrespect him on the top lists, like, putting him on top 10 and shit.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, because he was never the best wrestler, he was never the best promo guy, he was always a good, like, he could sell a rivalry, he could sell a story, but you would never consider him, like, one of the best wrestlers on the roster, one of the best guys on the mic.
I mean, maybe not on the mic, but I've always considered him one of the best on the roster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's Randy Orton.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
like
I think he has that LeBron effect going right now because he still looks and moves great.
low key, low
He's
key.
the LeBron of WWE.
Like, dude's just around. Like,
He's still just there, and he don't look terrible. Cause like, have you caught up with AEW at all?
no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, but Edge looks like shit. Chris Jericho looks like
Yeah.
shit. Like Chris Jericho is like made of like remember Mr. Krabs without the shell?
Yeah, man. Oh man, it's crazy because I was just watching WrestleMania 17, and he was in it, and I was just like, yo, wow, man, like just looking at what he looked like back then. I even saw Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman had a ponytail. I was like, man, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I was like, yo, all these guys were just different people back then.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how things just change. I think no. Speaking of that, like Edge is one that's really different from what his character became and what he was before.
Yeah,
Because it's almost like he didn't have a character. It was just him and Christian just
yeah.
fucking wrestling anybody.
I ain't gonna lie. I really, for a good portion, I dead ass hated Edge at first. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I dead ass did.
So I didn't because one of the very first times I saw Edge on my TV, it was like wins the Money in the Bank, beats John Cena, who I like for some reason I just came into the WWE hating John Cena. And then the sex celebration made Edge one of my
Yeah.
favorite wrestlers on the roster.
I was like,
I was
yo,
like, shit, I'm
he's
watching sex
wilding.
on TV. This
He's
is
fucking
great.
Edge is tweaking. He's wilding. Like, whoa, is
Lita's
he
titty
really
was
about to
popping
do
out.
this right now?
And then like John Cena came out and flipped over the bed and I was tight. Because for some reason I thought I was about to watch a sick ass
Oh
porn.
my god.
Because I was so young.
Oh my fucking god. So I just knew that wasn't gonna fly. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, bro, there's no way. there's no way this is actually gonna. And he got under the covers, and I was just like,
You're having fun, whatever that is.
whoa!
Whatever the hell
That is,
that
I'm
is,
like
you're doing.
7, 8 years old, bro. I don't know what the
I
fuck is
didn't even
going
know what his
on.
sex was yet.
Nah, dead
Oh
ass.
man. What is so? I've seen a lot of mixed opinions about Rey Mysterio's World Heavyweight Championship win. I think it was WrestleMania 22 when he won the triple threat
Yeah,
with
I
Kurt
was about
Angle
to
and
say
Randy
he won
Orton.
triple threat. Yeah.
Yeah, basically off the name of Eddie Guerrero. That's what people get tight as. They say he don't deserve it because of that. How did you feel about it? Because me, obviously, Rey
I
Mysterio
said I
being
was
my
Rey
favorite
Mysterio. Yeah,
wrestler.
I was a Rey Mysterio fan.
Yeah,
I love that shit. I was yeah,
yeah, that shit was great.
justice for
Like I
small
was,
people. Like,
like I remember when Chavo costed him the world title, and
because it's
I
like,
hated
bro,
Chavo every day after.
didn't he win the Royal Rumble that year? And
Yeah, from like
yeah, he was like
second,
number
I
one
think.
or some shit like that. And I'm just like, bro,
He was number two technically, but
yeah,
like they're both number ones if you
yeah.
start the match, in my opinion. But yeah, no, I mean, I thought like I don't know because a lot of people say like, oh, Rey Mysterio didn't deserve to be world heavyweight champion because the name is called heavyweight and he's not even close to a heavyweight. I'm just like, so fucking what? This is WWE. I feel like people will sit there and be like, oh, wrestling's fake. And then when they like go ahead and just go on the entertainment side of things, everyone's just like, oh, well, that's not believable. That's not
So,
realistic.
what is the weight clause for heavyweight then?
I don't think there
We've
isn't one. I
we've never
mean,
had
clearly,
divisions
yeah.
like
I mean, like they had the cruiserweight division, but then those guys could still fight for any
no, but I
championship
mean
that was
like I'm
on.
talking about like UFC style weight classes. Like
Yeah, no, that would have been
that's never
ass.
happened. So
That would have been ass.
right, like
You just see Big Show versus the Great Khali every other week.
over and over and over again, a little bit of Mark Henry here and there. Like what the fuck?
Like, oh, here comes Brock Lesnar, and he could only fight the Great Khali, Big Show, Kane, Undertaker. That'd be a crazy ass division, though.
Yeah, fucking
Man,
Mark Henry, man, that guy used to destroy people. Like
bro,
I was watching random episodes of SmackDowns, and like I don't know why they were putting him in the ring with so many jobbers, but like they would put him in there with absolute nobodies, bro, and he would just walk through them week after week after week. And I'm just
bro,
like, bro,
if
what
you look
is?
back on like some like old like footage because he like before wrestling I believe he was like a weightlifter,
Mhm.
like he was just this bro, he was mad big and
He
athletic,
was
like just go
actually
back
the
and
world's strongest man. Like that wasn't a
yeah,
cap.
like look back on that shit
If
because
I'm not
he
mistaken,
was a
he dead
freak.
ass won that competition twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the Big Show's another one. I don't know if like you guys should watch WrestleMania 15 if you haven't. It's one of the worst pay-per-views ever assembled.
Oh
But
man.
I will say, well, I mean, if you like bullshit entertainment, like that's for you. I mean, it was just
Kane and the
match after
chicken
match after
beefing.
match. I was just like, bro, what am I watching? Like literally, like I've been trying to get my fiance into wrestling. I've been doing a good job, but like this had her asleep like halfway
Yeah,
through.
bro.
She was like, put on something with Stone Cold. I was like, okay, well, let's go to when Stone Cold beat The Rock for the the championship. And then we just couldn't get through it
Yeah,
because like you
man.
had chickens, you had Val
Yeah,
Venus, you
man.
had all this stupid shit.
Just a bunch of
But
dumb shit.
The Big Show looked really good.
Yeah.
Like I'll say during that
That
time,
was when he had the
that
hair,
dude was a
right?
beast. Yeah, but it's just for him being that tall. He wasn't like 500 pounds and obese
Man,
yet, but
that was
he
prime
was a
show.
bro because he was doing moonsaults, bro. And that,
Yo, could you fucking imagine? Could you fucking imagine?
taking a moonsault
From
from
the
the Big
Big
Show
Show
sounds
is
nuts.
outrageous, bro. That's
I feel
outrageous.
like that's something where like Vince McMahon knows it's going on that night, so before the wrestler goes out, he has them sign like a waiver
Yeah, I'm
to
not.
not
You
to
gotta
not
pay me
sue.
for that for real, bro. You really gotta pay me for that because that's outlandish.
Because he's one of the only people to break the ring off of his fucking weight, him and Brock Lesnar. And then now you like, and then you had a
He'll
moonsaulting on
fuck
people.
around and fucking paralyze you.
Yeah, like the like slightest wrong movement of you, and you're fucked. And then you also gotta hope that he lands correctly. Because
I'm
if he
about to
lands
say
incorrectly, you're
you really gotta trust this big ass human being to not fuck this up.
bro. I feel like I would get fired because I would just move out the way in the
No,
last
dead
second.
ass, bro.
Because I would open my eyes, lay in there, see him standing on the fucking
Literally just sitting
turnbuckle.
there like, yo.
And then at the moment he jumps with all of his force, I'm like, nah, I
Yeah,
can't
nah, bro, hell no.
No, man. Have you ever watched Brian Pillman?
I believe so.
So I think you'll know this moment. He was the one that pulled the gun on Stone
Oh
Cold.
yeah, yeah, 100%.
Which first
Yeah,
off, that was
bro,
a
the
crazy like,
fans was dead ass calling the police. They really had the
yeah,
police come to the arena because of that shit. That's
and
what I
that's
was
the
saying,
thing.
bro. The
Like,
storytelling back then was so fucking unhinged, bro.
well, bro, because like imagine today if they did the angle with Triple H kidnapping
Oh
Stephanie
my
and
god,
marrying her,
bro. Oh my fucking god.
Jerry Lawler calling Goldust a fag.
Yeah, bro. The internet would go so insane over these guys, bro. WWE would be canceled immediately.
Oh yeah. Oh
Immediately,
yeah.
bro. Immediately. Like,
And I think that's why the
even
PG era
just
sucked
off
so
of the
much.
fucking stereotypes that they had characters playing, bro. Like,
Yeah.
oh my
And I
god.
and I think that's why like the PG era sucked so much because like that's when like culture wasn't a thing yet, but they were still going as if like they were walking on eggshells and not trying to do any like bullshit. And I get it, for the kids or whatever, but god damn, man. So who are some of your most underrated wrestlers of all time then?
Underrated wrestlers, that honestly to me.
Cuz you want to hear this fucking list that I made on the fly? This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me hear your list.
Bro, this don't judge me. I don't even know how I was like this is random as shit. So first, Chuck Palumbo.
Oh my god. Yeah. We're going real random.
So like I don't know, like Chuck Palumbo, like he was in the gay tag team, which I understand they were gay, but like or well, like they were portraying like gay.
Yeah.
They weren't gay, but they were portraying gay characters. But like I don't know, their theme music, the way they wrestled, I digged it. I thought I thought they were cool, man.
Oh man.
But after that, like his finishing move, and I'll put it up, when I'm making the edit. But his finishing move was powerful as hell when he just spun them around
Yeah.
and slammed them onto the mat.
Yeah. I used to fuck with him when
Um,
he came out with the bike.
with the bike, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the part I'm
The,
forgetting
mi-
too. I
the
always thought
fucking
that he was gonna go up and just become a world heavyweight champion just because he was just this strong fucking dude with long hair on a bike.
yeah. Yeah, the Michelle McCool Chuck.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was the
yeah,
Chuck.
yeah, yeah. That was such a funny time in WWE. I feel like WWE has always been stupid as hell, but like
Yeah,
it's
man.
better
I
because
feel
you
like
remember
the
the
WWE was like a gimmick that just went too far.
yeah, then they would always dial it back whenever they
For
went too
real,
far.
bro. Like
They
I
would
feel
just
like they
apologize to
never
everyone and
really
move on.
expected to go this far, so they was just winging it at a point.
So I don't know if you remember this tag team, but Deuce and
Oh
Domino.
yeah, for sure. Dickheads. I hated them guys.
Like, yeah, I hated them. I knew they weren't going to amount to much, but like they always put on a good, intense match,
Yeah.
and they always made you hate
Just
them.
left mad hair grease in the ring.
They always wore white tees. Like, Mr. Kennedy.
I fuck with Mr. Kennedy. It took me
Yo,
a minute to
he
fuck with him, but I started fucking with him. I ain't gonna
yeah. I mean, at first I was like, "Damn, what are you doing?" And then he
lie.
won
At
Money in the
first,
Bank, and I was
he was
like,
fucking annoying, bro.
"Yeah."
Like,
I was like,
what
"I
are you
don't like.
screaming
I don't
for?
know you. Like you haven't done anything yet. Why are you?" But I always thought he was really good at selling a match. Very good wrestler. I mean, obviously he got fired for like almost killing Randy Orton, but at the same time, like I thought when he won the Money in the Bank, if he would have cashed that in, like if he didn't get injured, if he would have cashed that in
Yeah,
and been world heavyweight champion,
yeah.
they would have made so much money
Oh
off of
yeah,
him, bro.
low key. Because
Like
low
that is
key,
the
the
that
dude was God with a mic. I ain't gonna lie.
we might have to do like a little what if scenario next episode on like what if he actually won the world title and like draw up some feuds and stuff from that time because
Yeah,
I was so ready for it and then it just didn't happen. But I mean, Edge sleazed his way to another, and that was just Edge being sleazy was always good.
the ultimate opportunist, man.
And then the last well, it's a tag team, so technically I do have 5 people, but I had Eminem, not the rapper.
I don't know why my mind immediately drew to him. I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck did he? What? Who the fuck did he wrestle?
Bro, that's why I had to like clarify because I could tell you were trying to think of a time that Eminem was in fucking wrestling.
That was like Slim Shady.
But no, Eminem,
Yeah.
Joey Mercury, and Johnny Nitro, I thought they were a really good, solid tag team. They always had good tag team matches,
Motherfuckers
made the
wearing the
crowd hate them
pussy.
very easily. Obviously, Johnny Nitro was super talented.
Yeah.
Joey Mercury got his face busted, became addicted to drugs, but like them two, I thought they were honestly one of the best tag teams running at that time.
I'm trying
Who
to
was
think.
better?
I
I
mean,
mean, I think Rey Mysterio, Batista, but
when I think of Eminem, I usually think of the feuds with like them and DX at the time. DX, you feel me?
Brian Kendrick and Paul London.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite tag teams. I'm not gonna lie. If we're
Yeah,
throwing tag teams in there, they might be one of my underrated picks. No
yeah. I
matter
mean,
what, it was just I just love watching
it
you guys.
sucked to see Brian Kendrick struggle as a solo performer because I thought he had so much talent
Yeah,
just from that tag team alone.
I'm not even gonna lie. Paul London was my favorite out of the two anyway. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Like,
I don't know. I was more of a Brian Kendrick guy.
like for real.
Brian Kendrick had this like this smug, this coolness about him, but like I always thought they were on some kind of like cocaine, the
Yeah,
way they would just come out and run mad
yeah, bro.
fast to
Yeah,
the ring,
bro.
and
I
they were
love that
fast.
shit. I don't know why, bro. But the music just came on and them guys just yeah, get them. And their ring attire was pretty solid. I liked it.
Yeah, they had the
Yeah,
really long shorts, right, and
yeah, and the
the
Joker
boots.
mask and shit.
Yeah, it came out
Yeah,
with yeah, because then they would flip off the mask and just run down.
yeah, yeah. That shit was cool. And
What was another tag team during that time? I'm trying to think.
who was the who was the chick that was with him again? I don't know why I'm drawing a
Melina.
blank. No, nah, she was with Eminem. I'm talking about
Oh,
with Paul London and God, why
who
the
was that?
damn it? Why am I drawing a blank? Because I love Shorty.
Hold on. I'm trying to remember myself, but I'm just gonna look it up. What are you thinking of Ashley?
Yes, thanks, Ashley,
Re-
100%.
Rest in peace, her.
Yeah, loved Ashley, man. Not gonna lie.
Yo, her story was really sad.
Yeah,
Did you
man.
ever like catch up on that?
Yeah, man. Insane, insanity.
I mean, like, so the suicide stuff happened, and then like it just was revealed like last year that Vince McMahon was like he played like a really big ass role in
Yeah,
that.
man. Yeah, man. Vince, man.
Bro, and she was so like well, I don't want to say talented, but like you could see she had like the it factor.
Mm-hmm.
Like so if they ever decided to actually put the machine behind her, they could have bro, they could have
Easily, bro.
fucking
Easily.
they could have made so much money.
Like if she was in like where women are today, hundred
Oh
percent,
yeah.
100%,
Yeah. Bro, there's a lot of women from that time
100%.
because
Melina's
like
one of them too.
yeah.
Melina was a dog, bro. Like I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna lie.
Yeah. Melina was definitely a dog. I mean, well no, I think it was before that time was Trish Stratus and Mickey James.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Mickey
Mickey
James was
James
fighting
was around.
forever.
Yeah, Mickey James was around during that time.
She kept switching from wrestling to porn, back to wrestling, back to porn. It was an insane run.
Oh man.
Take dick, take bumps, take dick, take bumps. Like,
Man, you know
oh
what? I'm not
man,
even gonna
but
start no conspiracy theories. Never mind, man. Oh man, never mind.
oh man. So now that we're caught up a little bit, I'm a little comfortable. I'm a little fucking high. I'm
Yeah,
not
man.
even gonna lie to you. It's time to talk about WrestleMania 41. So tonight. By the way, how do you feel about two-night WrestleManias? First off, I think that's something that could be discussed,
At first, I thought it was a drag. At first, I thought it was just like a ploy,
right?
tactic. Um, but that to me was because at the time I didn't feel like they had enough talent to do it. Not they didn't have enough talent, but they weren't really
Right.
pushing the right talent, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I feel like they have more than enough talent to do this. Um, and they have a lot of better situations that they could go off of. Like again, like I was telling you before, I'm actually thoroughly interested in every match that they have.
Yeah, I think. Let me look at the card real quick.
Like the card is insane, bro. Like this
I
easily
mean,
could
Rey
go down as
Mysterio
one of
versus.
the best WrestleManias that they've ever had.
I think. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, because it's like I could say that I'm not interested in Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, but I love watching Drew McIntyre, and it's a street fight.
Right.
So as long as they actually have a street fight, it should be good. I could say AJ Styles and Logan Paul, but I always love seeing AJ Styles in the ring, man. He's one of the best to ever do it.
Yo, Logan Paul, he's on my underrated list, low key.
Oh, yeah, and he's not like a lot
That
of people
boy's
understand
good.
he has
I'm
talent.
not gonna
He's just a
lie.
dickhead.
Yeah, but like as far as pure talent, he got it. I'm not gonna lie. He
I
definitely
think he's
has it.
where he belongs. I think he's absolutely where he belongs.
Like, because when I first ever seen him wrestle, I was like, damn, like he looked better than a lot of guys that's been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, you got a point. Well, I mean, and this is the thing that sucks for me at this WrestleMania is I feel like they could have built storylines so much better. Um, like for example, like Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Of course, I'm looking forward to the match because it's Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
But like the story doesn't have me. Like them just fighting over
Yeah,
Paul
I was
Heyman
about to say,
and this
me
other
personally,
shit.
I would have just been more intrigued at a grudge match of CM Punk and Seth Rollins. I didn't need a
Yeah,
woman
I
wrestle.
mean, so if before we dig into the actual matches, what I was hoping for was Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Just no one's the good guy, no one's the bad guy. They just want to beat the shit out of each other for everything from the past.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
And then CM Punk versus Gunther.
I feel like they're still trying to build on that on Seth and Roman. I feel like that's gonna
Yeah.
be a match with more like with higher stakes, so to speak,
Yeah.
later on
I'm
down the
not gonna
road.
lie, man. I think some crazy shit might happen.
With
Like I'm envisioning some crazy shit, but we'll talk
oh
about it
yeah,
when we get there.
100%.
But I think like when it comes to the triple, like there's a couple things I'm thinking. So my first big prediction for WrestleMania is that I think that Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman are working together, but they're working with The Rock and John Cena. So the reason why I say this, right? Let me piece it all together for
All
you.
right, cook. Let's see where you go.
First, Seth Rollins has done this before and done it perfectly,
hundred
turning
percent.
into the,
Because
when
I
he
was gonna
joined
bring up Seth Rollins in
corporate.
another segment for a similar reason on what you're touching on right
Yeah.
now.
So the two things I want to point out is that you know how The Rock did the 1, 2, 3,
Uh huh.
like with the hand,
Yep.
and the three was supposed to represent John Cena. Paul Heyman did the same shit. There was a segment where he did that, the same 3, 2, 1 in the air for no reason.
Word.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. Not gonna lie.
So if that means like, because what WWE likes to do now is they like to have these very small moments that you have to pick up on because then when the moment happens, you're like, oh, like how Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns hit Seth Rollins with the chair instead of beating Cody Rhodes last WrestleMania,
Right.
like little shit like that. And then if you notice during the Elimination Chamber with John Cena and Seth Rollins, it almost looked like they were working together. Like there was a time where Seth Rollins pushed John Cena, and John Cena was like, "Whoa!" Like he was shocked that Seth Rollins really did that.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins was like, "Leave him to me, leave him to me." And then Seth Rollins cost CM Punk the match, which obviously for storyline you had to feel was coming.
Yeah.
But the way it happened, where John Cena immediately jumps on CM Punk and takes the win, and Seth Rollins is just cool with that.
All right, you're cooking because you're kind of falling into my WrestleMania hot take.
Right. So what I can
Yeah.
see happening is the triple threat. Seth Rollins, or maybe he doesn't turn heel there. Maybe he loses, CM Punk wins, gets his moment. Maybe The Rock costs Roman Reigns. That's one scenario I had, like The Rock costs Roman Reigns so that they could have a 1 year build for the WrestleMania match next year. But in this scenario, Seth Rollins, I think, wins the triple threat with Paul Heyman. No real turn there, but then John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, all hell breaks loose because I think someone comes in for Cena, and then all of a sudden Seth Rollins comes out supposed to be helping Cody Rhodes,
Yeah.
And then he just fucks up Cody Rhodes, and everyone is like Travis Scott, The Rock, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Paul Heyman are all just there looking down. They call it the Illuminati. Like that would be fire.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I didn't even envision John Cena turning heel, to be honest with you. So I don't know what they got cooking, but I feel like something is absolutely
Bro,
cooking. Like there,
100%. Like I told you
the triple
before.
threat's gonna connect to the main event somehow.
honestly, honestly, yeah. Because honestly, you're kind of like you're giving me more clarity on the triple threat's purpose.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Well, because the
honestly, I
purpose
was
is
looking
just
at the triple threat weirdly because it's like it's just a triple threat match.
yeah.
Like
And like I get
there's
it, but
no
it's just for
title, there's no
WrestleMania
nothing,
it
and it's
don't
like
make sense.
yeah, the three guys that are in the match are absolutely WrestleMania talent, but
Yeah.
like I just felt off about its placement. Like, and I couldn't put my
Yeah.
finger on it to like. But now that you're saying the way that you're putting it, honestly, yeah,
And then I have one more
I can
scenario
buy
to
that.
run by you
I can
on
buy
how we get there. So another thing I thought is because Paul Heyman has so much power, and all three of these guys want to win the WWE Championship. Paul Heyman does some convincing to make it like triple threat. The winner goes to the next night to face Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Seth Rollins wins. Seth Rollins wins, goes over there, and basically they beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes at some point in the match, and then Seth Rollins lays down for John Cena.
yeah, because honestly,
That would make the world hate everybody.
yeah, because like the only reason why I could buy that too is because again last night I watched Raw and I was watching the segment with Seth and Roman, and it was striking me as odd that he was saying you the winner of this match is deciding the future.
Yeah, they're dropping all these little
Yeah,
hints,
and I'm like, bro, to me that has to mean something. And I'm like,
and
bro,
then
CM Punk's been around for God knows how long. This guy is not the future. There's no fucking way that this guy's the future
yeah,
of WWE.
I mean, I think he'll definitely get a world title win at some
No,
point, but
100%. But to call him the future, like
yeah,
CM Punk, you
yeah,
would have when you think about
right,
the future, usually is a young guy that you're calling the future.
yeah,
CM Punk is not that.
I agree, I agree,
So it's like to me, that's already dropping the hint that okay, there's no way CM Punk can win this match.
yeah.
So now it's between Roman and Seth, and you got to ask yourself, all right, which one of you has the more to gain, or what angle are you trying to play here? Like, and I couldn't for
That's
the
what I
life of
mean.
me put the pieces to that, and I didn't even really try to be honest with you. But
It'd be so amazing if The Rock comes and just screws fucking Roman Reigns, and they get a whole 1 year build to that match, and then The Rock can retire after that. Because I know The Rock wants one more match. He has to.
yeah, 100%.
This character is so insane. He has to have one more, bro.
Again,
Like it's insane to me how he's just cooking with this final boss character. Like it's
yeah,
just such aura, bro. It's
yeah,
honestly, I don't like. People are gonna hate me for this, but this might be like his best character, and he doesn't have to do much.
right. He just shows up
Like,
in a lavish ass suit and just
yeah,
takes off a
shows up with
belt,
Travis
hits
Scott.
somebody with
Yeah, wipes
it.
people's blood on the belt. He just
Right.
absolutely beats the shit out of Cody Rhodes. And that's yeah, and that's why I call it the Illuminati because he's on the board of directors or whatever. He's on
Yeah.
a big share owner or whatever, so he gets to make like a decision. So Illuminati only makes sense. But if we're to discuss this match by match, so the first match on night one is a tag team match between the War Raiders and a New Day for the tag team championship. I think this is gonna be a cool match
Yeah, it'll
because I
probably
like
be a good opener.
yeah, like I
I
like
can see
the
it
and
being
I
a good
don't even
opener.
think it probably won't even be the opener. They'll probably do um honestly, I could see LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu opening the show if they want like a really good match first.
Yeah, that match will be crazy. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. That'll yeah,
Yeah, that will get me going like
yeah.
immediately. But the tag team match, I think it'll be cool.
That'll
I
have the
think
seat
the New
hot.
Day should win. I like the New Day as heels has been interesting. I don't think they've butchered it. I don't think they've done bad. I just don't think they've
I
also
don't
I
know
don't
if I
think they've
like it.
had
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't. I
in the
can't.
middle.
After all the fun shit, after all the pancakes and cereal
The
boxes, and
Bootios.
like, bro, I can't take y'all motherfuckers seriously as heels, bro. Like, I dead ass can't. Like it's
I
already a
mean,
stretch with John Cena. Like
yeah.
he ain't do
Do
all
you
the
think
pancakes and shit. Like,
any chance that Big E comes out and costs them the
oh yeah,
match?
100%.
Yeah, you think it could
It
happen?
definitely can happen.
Because I feel like he's low key cleared, but he just doesn't
Yeah,
want, like,
bro.
he's waiting for the right
Bro,
time.
you know
And I
how
feel like this would be
WWE
a good
goes.
time. He comes back, squashes them in like a handicap match.
Fucks them up. Like,
Yeah. And then he just goes on to win another world title or
yeah.
some shit down the line. But yeah, no, I mean that match will be cool. It's nothing like crazy, but
Crazy.
who
I
we have
actually
next?
wasn't
Oh,
mad at him being the world champion.
who Big E?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just came during that time where Brock Lesnar was just running through
Yeah.
everybody, and you knew it was just gonna happen
Bro, because
eventually.
it's like any roster that Brock is on, he has to be the guy. And that's not even
Yeah.
saying like he tells you. It's just, come on, it's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, because I think
Like,
what Big E lost in that fatal four way to Bobby Lashley, I believe,
yeah.
something like that.
Some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
ended up the
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely
But Rey
squashed my
Mysterio
Matthew
versus El Grande Americano, who is obviously
Chad
Chad
Gable.
Gable.
Yo, bro, I was just watching how like this character really came about, bro. And I'm like, yo, bro, this is so
Bro,
fucking insane,
Chad
bro.
Gable's so good, man.
Bro, he's fucking
Like,
hilarious.
because I used to not like him, but then it's like all this stupid shit that he's done lately, the way he's able to sell good matches. He's just a really good performer. I think he has a big push coming this
The
year.
way I was seeing
But
it was like everybody was, oh yeah, bro, he's the new Kurt Angle. And
yeah,
me personally, Kurt Angle is one of my favorites. So it's
yeah,
like to me, that's very big shoes to fill. So I'm looking at you
it
with
is.
like a weird eye, but like,
Yeah,
nah, Chad Gable, he's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty solid.
hell yeah. Um, but I like this match though because it's Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable. If you look at it at its core,
Yeah.
this is going to be a very good, fast
Oh
paced
yeah, 100.
match.
percent It's
Rey
gonna
Mysterio is going to get to showcase that he still has it at the age of 50.
right.
Chad Gable's going to throw him around. Like,
Yeah,
it's going to be great.
I feel like this is gonna be like Chad Gable's coming out party, so to speak. Like as a
Yeah,
real serious. You
yeah.
feel me? Yeah. Even though it looks funny because he's running around there in an American luchador mask, but like,
He's just selling that story so well, and
yeah,
that's the thing about him. He could like now he's showing that he could really just sell anything that you give him. So I think
bro,
he'll end
watching
up
a guy
somewhere.
run in from the crowd, fuck somebody up, and then run away from security and jump over the barricade, that shit was hilarious to me, bro.
So Naomi versus Jade Cargill. I'm honestly looking forward to this.
Yeah, Jade's about to
Like,
fuck her up.
bro, when they did that segment, that was like the first time that like, two black ladies just arguing in the middle of the ring. Like it was cool to see like it reminded me of like back in high school during
Oh
breakfast.
my god, Jesus!
Like the one
Oh
time
my,
the one time you get out of bed and show up to school early
oh my
and it's just
god,
like mad craziness going on in the cafeteria.
Jesus, man. Oh my god, you guys had to
I
be
just
there.
unlocked core
You
memories.
had to be there. You just had to be there. And I honestly, I was never there because I always came to school late. But the times I
Just
was there showed me why I shouldn't be there. I'm not
Bro, I would just
gonna lie.
walk in and sit down, and it would just be madness at like
It's already
what was it
orange juices flying across the cafeteria and shit, and I'm
in
just
the
like,
morning?
bro,
There's like milk spilled
like, what are
everywhere.
y'all on right now? Like,
Everyone's just talking shit about somebody, about how there's gonna be a fight later in the day.
how the fuck do y'all just wake up at 7 in the morning and are just animals already?
Just thinking red, bro.
Like
Just
what
thinking
the
red.
fuck?
But no, I think the match will be cool. I think it's perfect for Jade because Naomi's a really good in-ring worker. So if Jade is rusty or if she's still not a good wrestler, I imagine she spent this time, becoming a good wrestler because that's all she needs to do. She's a great character.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think it's a good match because Naomi can really wrestle in there.
Yeah,
So I mean, it should be cool. They've been selling a good story.
and it's crazy because it's like I knew that's where that storyline was going.
Yeah,
100%. Because the WWE does this thing where they use recycled material all the time. So like
yeah,
we've seen that plenty of times where you feel me, a tag team,
Who
somebody,
attacked?
yeah,
Yeah,
who
yeah, yeah.
attacked, and it's, you feel me, the guy that's supposed to be right next to him, or you feel me, something like that. So I automatically, when they was doing the whole what's it called angle, the Liv and Raquel angle, I was like,
Yeah.
I just know it's not them. I 100% know
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not them. So I'm trying to piece together, and I'm like, bro, this would be
Yo, I
a
thought Liv was a
crazy,
great world champion. I'm, like, honestly shocked that she's not. Oh, wait, she is on the card.
yeah.
Okay, never mind. I thought
Um,
she wasn't on the card.
yeah, nah,
It was a
but
good year for her.
yeah, 100%. I was like, this would be a to me, it would be a cool time for. I thought it was both of them. I thought it was Bianca and Naomi. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a chance for Bianca to go heel. Like, you feel me? I think she would make a good heel.
Honestly, that's what makes me think Bianca's gonna win the championship because I feel like they wouldn't pull her from that storyline if she wasn't winning.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that storyline was cooking when she was involved in it. Like, oh, did she have something to do with it? Did she not have something to do with it?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was like, okay, I got to focus on the championship.
Right. So it's like, but it's like, do you really expect Charlotte to come back empty-handed though?
No, that's the other match, Charlotte versus
Yeah, I know,
Tiffany.
but yeah, but you know me, I have this thing where it's like, all right, if one championship is switched, the other one's probably going to
Oh, okay,
retain.
I see what you
Like
mean
they
now.
usually follow a pattern similar. Like there has been a few
That
instances
match
where
is
both of them.
toxic, man. I don't know. That's something else I'm looking forward to, Charlotte versus Tiffany, because that match is toxic with the real life beef that they have now. So I really don't know what's about to happen with that. To be honest, I think Tiffany is gonna win though, but it's like you said. Like, is Charlotte Flair gonna lose?
Like
Like, she
you
don't
know,
lose these matches.
Charlotte, she's the fucking queen, man. She literally comes back and gets what she wants. Like,
Yeah, yeah. She's already like a 16-time
yeah,
women's
bro.
champion somehow.
Like the fuck.
Let me. How many championships does she
It's
have?
some
They really
ridiculous
forced
ass
that.
number. You're literally your dad. Like
They literally forced that.
literally, bro. Like the amount of returns that this woman has had is insane.
Yeah, 16
Like
if
I
you're
feel
counting
like
NXT.
every time, like, because you know, I would always do the thing with wrestling. Like even if I wasn't watching, I would always check back at a certain point and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
feel me.
yeah.
Like every time I would check back, it's Charlotte Flair's
It's
returning,
Charlotte.
and I'm just like, bro,
Charlotte Flair returns the challenge to
who
champion.
keeps taking her out? Like, how are you taking this taken out this often? Like, you're just a double cheeseburger from McDonald's at this point. Like, you're literally the most common taken out person ever. like, like, be serious, bro. Like, how many Royal Rumble comebacks has she had?
But I mean, I don't even know who I want to win. Like, I'm just like, I'm anxious to see what happens because they hate each other.
Yeah,
But I think that's it for me. Like, I don't think I care who wins, I guess.
me personally, I'd want Tiffany to win
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because Charlotte, like, of course,
because
she's
I
phenomenal
actually
at what
feel
she
like
does.
Tiffany could be a real good champion.
Yeah, I don't think I remember a good Charlotte storyline. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, she's a fantastic
bro,
wrestler, and of
because it's
course,
like everything. It just feels forced.
yeah, this is like the first time where I'm like, okay, this is very believable and it's actually a good story, but at the same time, it's only because they hate each other,
Yeah,
like legitimately. But moving on from that bullshit, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu.
yeah. That's gonna be a match.
Because Jacob Fatu went through a very crazy match with Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
Like, honestly,
it was
made me like
insane.
Braun Strowman a little bit more because he was able to hang in there with Fatu.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a good match.
yeah, man. Yeah,
Uh, This might
yeah,
be Fatu's moment,
yeah, man.
and I kind of
I'm
like how they
expecting him
drew
to
it up.
win, low key.
Yeah,
100%. I'm expecting him to win.
yeah. And LA Knight putting him over. I hope what happens after this is that LA Knight goes for the world title next. I'm not saying win it, but I want to see him in the main event again after this, just one more time. He's getting old,
Yeah.
but oh, you don't like LA Knight?
I mean,
you got to understand the LA Knight lore. Like, so for him, he grinded through TNA. That's like, you know me. I used to watch a
Yeah,
lot of TNA.
yeah, me too.
So like, he was really good on TNA as Eli Drake. So when he came to WWE and they were misusing him, and then all of a sudden I was caught in the moment. I won't lie, I was caught in the little LA Knight moment. But like with Roman Reigns, there it was hard to picture anybody beating Roman Reigns.
Yeah, because
But now that there's
dude
two world
just
titles, he could get away with a 1 month reign.
dude just had the fucking company on his back.
Yeah, yeah, because Roman Reigns wasn't showing up, so like LA Knight was like the next best thing. But I'm with you, man. I really would like Fatu to win this. Fatu is an amazing wrestler who he has the it factor. He absolutely has the it factor. If he can, I don't know how they're gonna break away from all this bloodline shit because I think it's always gonna
Oh
be there.
yeah, that's never gonna
But if
go
he can
away.
find his own way to like make his own identity, like besides just being a hardcore good ass wrestler,
Yeah,
I think if they can figure that out for him, like how they figured it out for Jey Uso,
but
I
even
feel like he could
still,
do it.
like you always still associate Jay with that though.
Yeah,
You
of
do.
cours. But they
But
did a
I
good
love
job,
I
like
bet
bringing him
as
back into
yeah,
the storyline to give him the conclusion,
yeah.
and then going back out there,
I
and
love
and
Jay
now
Uso
he's
as a character though, 100%.
is that the next?
Yeah,
That's a good.
Oos.
They, yeah, that's a segue into Gunther versus Jey Uso. So I mean,
Bro, they got. I'll be so fucking pissed if Gunther wins this fucking match, bro. Ain't no way you
oh
about to do Jay like that again, bro. There's no way you about to do him like that again. You can't do him like that again, bro.
yeah, this is where we disagree, man. Here
You,
we go.
you can't do him like that again, man.
Well, bro, it's so if you're really trying to build Gunther as this great big heel, I think the perfect moment is if he just squashes Jey Uso.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Because, bro,
Nah.
in a real situation, Gunther's beating his ass.
Like, nah,
But
man.
that crowd's gonna be epic at WrestleMania,
Yeah,
though,
bro.
doing
It's
the
gonna be all oos, bro. Like, I'm telling you, there's no
and
way
that's what
you're
I
gonna
mean.
piss
Like
them fans off that bad.
Gunther
No
like
way you're gonna
squashes
piss them off
him.
like that.
And no, I honestly do think Jey Uso is probably gonna win because if John Cena's gonna win, and John Cena's obviously a heel, then you know
Yeah.
that you have to have the face win at some point on this card.
But then again, like I said, I don't believe in two titles changing hands at the same time. So that would mean Cody would have to win for me. And I don't believe that. Which is why
one
I'm like,
thing,
I'm so
one thing.
irritated at the fact of Gunther winning. Like,
Oh, but that's the thing when you Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Another scenario I could see happening is a double turn, like how they did with The Rock and Hulk Hogan, the classic match that they had at WrestleMania, where
yeah,
The Rock turned heel and Hogan turned face.
yeah.
That'd be wild if Cody Rhodes turned heel and John Cena turned face.
How the fuck would that even like
So that's the
how
thing.
that
Like
even
Hulk Hogan did
transpire?
it through the match. So like in the beginning of the match, they were booing Hogan, but then Hogan started showing flashes of the past, and then they started cheering him. Then they were fully cheering him, and The Rock was talking shit to the crowd.
But I don't think you can do that simply because I feel like the masses are so sold on John Cena being a heel now.
And it's great.
Like
I'm just
to
gonna say it.
nah for
This
real.
heel run is
Honestly,
he's
it's
pointing out little kids in the
yeah,
crowd, like
bro.
he's basically just saying you guys all stink.
Yeah,
Like
man.
it's
Like just imagine your
like I feel
child
like I'm
hero
still
saying
dreaming
that you
watching
suck.
this shit.
Like so it's like
But
I
you
don't
really
feel like you can't end Cena as a heel this quickly.
yeah,
I don't think that would go over well.
nah. He has to be. I think he's gonna be heel up until like maybe his like last month or two,
Yeah.
whenever that is. But this is
Honestly, I
probably what he's
think
always wanted to do.
if if he wins, I think he'll hold until SummerSlam.
Yeah, I would agree with
That'll
that.
be a solid last run.
SummerSlam's in New Jersey. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh
It might be a go. We might have to go get some content
yeah.
at SummerSlam, bro.
Yeah, that might have to be a thing.
But So just to wrap up, Gunther and Jey Uso, you're fully on board with Jey Uso win. I'm fully on board with the Gunther win.
Yeah, man.
So that'll be interesting to see how that
Honestly,
ends up.
again, I'm in two places because again, it's like I feel like Gunther is gonna win, but I really, really want Jey Uso to win. Like,
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't see. I don't think Jey Uso is gonna be defined.
because it's
Doesn't
like it's like
I don't think he needs it. I
if
don't think he needs it.
if not right now, then when?
Never. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I
honestly
don't.
how it feels, though. Like,
Yeah. Well, because I don't know. I mean, like, what does a world championship
you're
really
really
do for
gonna
Jey
let this
Uso?
guy just bitch Jey Uso week after week after week and let him get away with it?
Yeah, because because like what WWE is trying to do is they're really trying to build up Gunther because his wrestling ability is OD. It's just he's kind of a hard character to get into because he's, I guess, bland. If you would say not the most exciting guy,
Bro,
but
don't
like if
just
you're
tell
really
me he
trying to
was
build
just
him up as a
William Regal.
heel.
Bro, 100%. That's exactly who he is. William
William
Regal was an
Regal on
actual
crack.
great wrestler. Like,
Yeah. Oh
he
no,
was a
he
great
was
wrestler.
absolutely. I'm not laughing at that.
But like,
William Regal was always a funny fat guy to me.
eh. Well, that's what
But
Gunther
with
is.
Gunther, like if you're really trying to build him up as this all-time heel, like have people believing that Jey Uso is gonna win, and then Gunther just beats the shit out of him, makes all the kids cry, wins the match.
But that's the like. I honestly like.
But it's like I
I
don't
feel
know if
like
they'll have
Gunther.
two like the heels closing out both of the shows. Well, I mean they're not closing out the first show, but
Yeah. Because a Gunther redemption arc would be cool. Not redemption as in he turned face, but like, it's always cool to see a heel lose their title and then go on a rant after.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I can see him turning into like the psycho
like
character, like he just
who was
loses
the
his
king
fucking
of
mind.
that? Like Chris Jericho was great at that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean
Dude
he
was
was
a
just good at
psycho after
being
he lost the
yeah,
championship, bro. Like he would go to
absolutely.
extreme lengths to get that shit back. Like,
Do you have any opinions on any other opinions besides what we discussed for Roman, Punk, and Seth Rollins?
nah. Like I said, I was like up until what you said, I was really like I didn't have a real opinion because I didn't really know what they were getting at.
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean like when it comes to Roman Reigns, I think it's been cool. I mean, he's not in the backseat; he's still in the main event, but it's been cool not seeing him in the title picture and them trying to figure it out.
yeah, but I feel like to
Um,
me it's weird. I feel like they're just trying to like because again, me personally, I'm really invested in the Punk Seth Rollins rivalry.
yeah,
You feel
yeah,
me? So I feel
because
like
they legitimately hate each other. Yeah,
yeah. So I feel like they were just like trying to put Roman somewhere, like just trying to
yeah,
find a way to place him somewhere, and this just happened to be where they put him. So like at first,
yeah.
it
That's
kind
why
of felt
like
awkward to me.
Roman versus Solo happened on the first Raw on Netflix. They should have done that at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
They could have built that up, but now because like Solo's just a, I don't know. I don't think he's ever gonna win a match again.
and I'm about to say he's still around.
Yeah, and I hope for the best for like that's why I said like it's really hard to rip away from the bloodline because you have Jimmy Uso still trying to find himself. He's still Jay's brother,
I was about to
while
say,
Jay
yeah,
is like
that's gonna take a minute. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah like Jacob Fatu. That's why I'm hoping like he kind of finds his own identity. Wins this match.
I
Finds
feel like
it.
he'll find his own identity before Jimmy does.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I would absolutely because they've tried this Jimmy solo thing for a couple of times now,
Yeah,
and it's just not,
it doesn't hit
it's
the
not
same.
working.
It just don't hit the same, man.
And then Solo Sokoa, I don't know. It's just hard to see him finding his own identity. And then Tama Tonga, I hope it happens for him though. But
I feel like Solo could do it.
yeah,
They just gotta drop this tribal shit.
I feel
Like
like
it
as he
just
went along, yeah, as tribal chief though, like as time went along, I feel like he got a lot better.
like this.
Like he showed me a lot. Like I thought, like this dude has a lot of potential because he was in the main event and he was holding himself well.
Yeah,
Like he wasn't choking. He was just doing his shit, becoming a really good heel as time was going along.
yeah.
But Yeah, no, I mean with the triple threat, um, I don't know. I'm fine with any of them winning the match. I just hope it's like there's just a deeper purpose behind this shit. Like I hope there actually is,
Yeah,
and it's just not like
because if it just
okay,
goes
Punk
out
win.
flat and like there's no
Yeah,
payoff.
and that's why I think one of them, specifically Seth Rollins, has to turn heel because they're all technically faces right now.
Yeah.
I
And
know
it's
Roman
like
Reigns has
no
been
matter
like
what,
playing.
it's already confirmed that there's gonna be some sort of drama. Like nothing here
There
is
has
gonna
to
be
be.
clear cut because they're already promoting that the WrestleMania backlash is gonna fall out on the next pay per view. So like I
Yeah,
had happened to pick up on that earlier when I was, surfing the
right,
web and stuff.
right.
So I'm like, all right, so that to me is telling like something's gonna happen. Like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
where it's
I know.
gonna feel me. So it's like
Yeah,
I'm trying to like piece together like what the like. I don't think that there's a chance that everything happens because I know we brought
right.
up scenarios for every match that we've talked about so far. So
Yeah.
everything's probably not going to happen, and some things might fall flat. So I'm
I
trying
think
to
the
figure
only
out
thing
which
that's for
ones are the
certain.
most likely.
I think what's most for certain is I think CM Punk is entering a face and he's staying a face. I don't think there's an angle where he's gonna turn, and if they do, like if he turns into this crazy heel character again, I'm gonna be shook because I will not have seen that coming. But
Oh man.
I can see either Roman Reigns like just kicking their ass, being a heel again, or like just winning the match, being face. I can see Seth Rollins winning as a face or a heel, whatever.
This the thing.
But
I
CM
feel
Punk,
like Roman, he's entering that like that Triple H phase
yeah,
where like
he exists.
he's just like a vigilante. He's
Yeah,
not a heel. He's not a hero. He's
that's a good
just
comparison.
him.
Yeah, that's a
Like
good comparison. You cooked. You
yeah,
cooked with that
if
one.
you're just in my way, you're in my way. But hey,
Yeah. Who would you like to see win the match then?
honestly, you kind of sold me on the Seth going heel thing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm honestly rooting
That
for
would
that
be
now.
fire, bro. But
That'll be
like I said,
crazy.
like
That was a crazy
if
cook.
CM Punk gets the big win, I won't be mad. Roman gets the big win, I won't be mad. We'll see. But I need something deeper. It
Yeah. All
can't
right.
just be
So
a regular triple threat.
so put it this way: without the without that spinoff, who has the best payoff of this match?
For winning?
Yeah.
Um I mean, I'd probably still have to say Seth Rollins because you have to think like Roman Reigns and CM Punk, no matter what, win or lose this match, they're still the guys where I could see like if Seth Rollins loses this match and there's nothing behind it,
Yeah, I don't see CM Punk
he could
having
fall into
anything
a
to
little bit of
lose no
irrelevancy.
matter what.
Like I honestly think Seth Rollins has to win this match. Cause like what do you do after if he just loses? Like he's not that doesn't put him in the title picture. That doesn't
Bro, but that's honestly how I feel about all of them. Like,
well, I don't know, but what I'm saying is like with Roman and
because the
Punk, like
thing
no matter
about it
what,
is, like, what do you even really have to gain from winning? This ain't even a number one contenders match. Like,
yeah. And that's why there has to be a deeper meaning. Because
exactly,
if
exactly.
it's just a regular triple threat, but yeah, like I said, I think Seth Rollins would have the most to gain. But I think the best thing that but I don't know because CM Punk winning would just be so weird considering everything that happened of him leaving and coming back. So I almost think like CM Punk can't. That's the part of me that's thinking CM Punk can't go over. Like they're not going to
Yeah,
allow that. I feel like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns would bitch heavily backstage if they told them that CM Punk was
yeah,
winning the match clean. That's it.
yeah.
So I feel like it comes down to Roman and Seth, and I could see Roman winning because, like, that's just the Roman Reigns thing to do. Just beat their ass,
Nah,
win the match.
I could see Roman letting Seth go off again.
Yeah.
I can,
I mean, I hope they have a singles feud down the line. SummerSlam would be wild.
because to me, Roman has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Like
He's Roman. He's
yeah,
Roman. He's established. He's one of
yeah.
the
He's
goats.
he's playing with house money at this point. Like
Yeah, and that's why I said like with Seth Rollins, it's like he's the only one that like moving forward, if he just loses and that's it,
yeah,
it's gonna be tough to kind of come back from that.
yeah.
Because he's lost it, like, and if you also think about it too, he's lost a lot. Like all the matches he lost to Cody Rhodes, he lost to CM Punk
Yeah,
a
I'm
couple
not gonna lie.
times.
That Paul Heyman switch is burning now. It's burning now. I'm not gonna lie. That's the only way that match can end for me now. Like,
Yeah, it's either that
because it's
because
like
I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, I can literally see it now. He's gonna
I think
backstab Roman first, and
yeah,
everybody's gonna take it at CM Punk, Paul Heyman guy, and he's just gonna. He's just gonna go crazy on CM Punk, bro, and everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, and that's why I think like, and then people aren't gonna think nothing of it until the next day when it's involved in Cody Rhodes or John Cena. But yeah, man. I
Because Seth
mean,
Rollins will sell his soul, 100%. Yeah,
oh yeah,
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 and that's why I think he would is because his character is literally built on being this crazy motherfucker. But
yeah. That's a
every time
cook.
he has a promo, he's trying to be the super good guy,
Yeah,
like
that's a
he's trying
cook.
his hardest.
That's a W theory.
So we'll see what happens. So that's night one of WrestleMania. Before we go to night two, I want to know your top three WrestleMania matches of all time.
All right, number one for me, undisputedly, is Taker and Shawn Michaels.
Which one, the first one or the second one?
The second one.
Okay. Wow.
No, I think no, the first one.
Okay.
Because the second one was Triple H special guest referee, correct? Or was that the first
No,
one?
no. So the first one was a regular match. Second one, Shawn Michaels had his career on the line, and then it was him facing Triple H, and
Yeah,
then he
yeah,
faced
yeah,
Triple H
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah. Shawn
But
Michaels
Shawn
was
Michaels is the
the
referee.
referee.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Damn, I'm trying to remember which one it was. I can't remember which one it was. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So I mean, for me, I love the second one more, just because that little added thing where Shawn Michaels could like his career ends if he loses,
Yeah.
and then Undertaker's streak. Like there was just so much that was put into that
Yeah, it might have
that
been that one because Shawn Michaels was absolutely
both
on
matches
one.
were phenomenal.
Yeah, I did. He was on one. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie. Shawn Michaels was definitely on one, bro. He
I
was
thought
hot.
honestly there was a point where I realistically thought Shawn Michaels won.
Nah, for real, bro. So honestly, yeah. So yeah, it
Yeah.
might be that match because I was like, bro, I was convinced. There's no way Shawn Michaels is losing this match, bro. Like,
That's one thing about Undertaker too is like a lot of his matches definitely during that time like you think about the two with Shawn, the two with Triple H, Batista, Edge, like that time.
honestly, him and Edge was my number three,
Oh wow.
100%.
All right, keep going with your list. My bad.
Honestly, that was like a personal pick off of experience because that was actually the
That
first
was a
pay
good one
per
because
view that
Edge
I
was fucking
actually
Undertaker
bought.
over all year.
Yeah, that was the first pay per view that I ever actually got, and got to have people from school come over and shit. And you feel me? It was a great time, WrestleMania party and shit. And I was like, I just knew that there was no way that Edge was walking away. I just knew it. I was like, bro, there's no fucking way. It's the Undertaker. He's never lost. Like, nigga, get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here. There's no way. There's no
That's
way.
and then yeah, and then with the Undertaker and Batista match, it was just like they were the two top guys of
Yeah.
SmackDown. Like it was I don't know who's really gonna win. Batista almost had him a couple times there, but yeah, no, Undertaker was such a great
I
performer
don't
at
know
putting
what
on
it
those
was.
matches.
I just never believed in Batista in that rivalry. I don't know what it was. It was just like you ever seen a rivalry where it's like these guys are clearly
But
on
I
the
mean,
same
if you want to
level.
be realistic, like when it came for Batista feuding with Undertaker, when it came to him like feuding with John Cena, he was always that second guy. Like he couldn't be that number one dude when it came to those really
No,
big
100%.
rivalries.
But that's honestly, I was literally just about to say that. It's like you ever seen two guys that are like they're clearly on the same level, but
Yeah, top of the
one just
top.
has
One is better,
yeah,
right?
right, bro. That's just how I felt with him in those type of
Because like I
situations.
felt this, I felt similar with The Rock and Stone Cold. Like Stone Cold number one, but like The Rock sold being number two so good. He was always mostly always the heel,
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
always worked out.
yeah.
But who? So then, what was your number two?
My number two was the heist of the century.
Oh, Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
that was
That
crazy.
was a crazy because it was just like, bro, that match. It was just so much. It was the narrative and how they did it was literally perfect. because it was like
No, they did
going
because they had us really thinking it was gonna be this boring ass Roman Reigns,
Brock
Brock
Lesnar
Lesnar feud.
again. Like nobody want. It was like because
Nobody
it was
cared.
the
Like people were
common ground
booing.
that going into that match, no matter what, nobody wanted to see either of them walk away champion. But
It
it
was
was
so
just
crazy.
like,
Bro, they booked that feud so wrong. It could have been so much better, but
yeah, bro.
they couldn't get it right, bro. They tried and tried and tried until finally, I think, Brock Lesnar with the bulldozer coming back as a cowboy and shit. Like they had to really pull out the stops to really fucking get that feud
Yeah,
over.
bro. But I was
Because
like,
bro, they kept coming, bro. They just kept coming back to it. And I'm just like, stop,
yeah,
bro.
man.
Just
They were really beating a dead horse with that. It was
like it'd be
killing the
like
horse.
Roman Reigns wins a big match. Oh my God, who's about to return to face him next? Oh, it's fucking
Yup,
Brock
it's
Lesnar.
Brock.
Oh man. So your number one was Taker versus HBK. Your number two was Roman, Brock, and Seth Rollins, and your number three was Taker and
Yeah,
Edge. That's a good list,
yeah,
bro. That's a good list.
yeah,
So number three for me, I had Ricky Steamboat versus Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3. The only reason I like this in my list is just because if you want to have the perfect match to go back at old school wrestling, a lot of people will point to Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, but that match wasn't as good as everybody thinks it is because Andre the Giant is like really hard at moving
yeah,
at that
bro.
point.
It's like use Yao Ming.
Um, but yeah, Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage was a fire
Yeah.
match. Definitely right because like the crowd, they were in a really big open stadium too. It was just sold. It's vintage. It has the aura. But if I had an honorable mention that I was thinking of putting in there for the same reason, it was Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon in the
Oh
ladder
yeah,
match for the Intercontinental
yeah,
Championship. Yeah, that it's
yeah.
just a nice old school match that
That's a real vintage match. Like you can't be a wrestling fan and
you can
not
sit
know
back,
about that
smoke a
match.
blunt, watch that match, and like nothing can go wrong.
Yeah,
Like it's ultimate piece for that moment. But number two, I had The Rock versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 17
yeah,
because when like not only like first off like they of all three of their matches they did not have that good of a match until WrestleMania 17 in
right.
my opinion. And they pulled out all the stops. They were going to war. Like they sold the rivalry well. But when Stone Cold turned and joined Vince McMahon to beat up The Rock, like I put myself back in that time and like how crazy that must have been, bro.
OD. Like what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here.
People were probably crying and shit, or they were just like, "Yeah, fuck it, Vince McMahon, let's go." But number one, I agree with you, bro. I got Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, and that's why I said wow when you first said it.
Yeah, man.
The second match they had, bro, career versus career, man.
Yeah.
Or well, I mean,
Career versus
technically career
streak.
was
Yeah.
streak versus career.
Yeah.
Whew,
Yeah, man.
that was a
That
banger. It
was
was a
cinema, man.
marathon.
That shit
It
was
was
cinema.
because like every single pinfall they had at the end, you thought was a W. But yeah, so going back to the second day of WrestleMania 41. So Liv Morgan, that tag team match, I don't really care too much about it. I
Yeah.
think they're just trying to get Bailey and Liv Morgan on the card, which I think is good. Love them both, but I don't really care about this match if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to shit on women's wrestling because I'm absolutely looking forward to the triple threat, but
Oh no, women's wrestling is fucking insane right now. I love
it's in a
women's
good
wrestling
spot.
right now. Like I've never
Yeah,
been this invested in women's wrestling ever in my life.
they're getting so much more talented, which I
Right.
love.
Right. Like
Like
women's
I don't know
wrestling's
if
in a
you
great spot.
I don't watch NXT like that, but when I do, it's like they got a lot of good women coming up too.
Yeah.
But AJ Styles versus Logan Paul, um, I hope AJ Styles wins, but I have a good feeling Logan Paul is winning this
You
match.
know Logan needs his WrestleMania moment, man. It's
Yeah,
Logan, man.
yeah.
Prime
I don't know.
athlete,
I
man.
don't like Logan Paul, man. Like, cause it was like growing up, all of his corny videos just really pissed me off back in the day.
Like at first it's like I come around to heels like this often, like the guys that are
Yeah,
just bastards, like literally just
yeah.
assholes for no reason, bro. Like they go from heel to comedian to me. Like I just start to see the shit that you do is funny.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the beautiful part about
how are
wrestling.
you gonna piss this guy off this time?
Like wrestling will be the only thing that'll really convince you to get behind a piece of shit.
For real, bro. Like, that's how I came around the Edge, bro. Like, he just always
Like,
did some
oh, Randy Orton
sleazebag shit.
RKO'd a woman. Like, oh my god, Randy Orton RKO'd a
Bro,
woman.
for
Fuck
real,
yeah.
bro. Like, kicking women in the head. He kicked John Cena's father. Like, this guy's a demon, bro.
Fucking Lita real life cheats on Matt Hardy with Edge,
Yeah,
and they
that
turn
shit
it
was
into a
crazy.
they
That was
turn it into an
OD.
actual fight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Snitsky
lie. If I was
fucking
Matt
punching the
Hardy,
baby.
I would have been sick. I would have been sick about that. I ain't gonna lie.
Like they made a whole angle with Kane actually murdering somebody.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Real life.
yeah, bro.
Snitsky punching a baby.
Yeah, bro. It was
Fucking
violent. Their
insane, man.
storytelling was insane, bro. Insane.
And then everyone just dug it. But like if it happened as like a real life thing, people would be like, oh fuck. That guy's let's get rid of that guy.
Oh man.
All right, so Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
There's only one way I see this match going. Dom gotta win. Dom gotta
Yeah,
win. He
yeah,
gotta win. Dom gotta
yeah.
win. He gotta win. It's Dirty
Bro, so
Dom, man.
I'm not mad. So listen, I'll say this. I love all four of them. I'm fine with whatever. I'm gonna really enjoy this match. I think as long as it's a decently length
Yeah.
match. Man, Dominic Mysterio
He got the
winning,
aura right now, man.
bro.
He got it
Bro.
right
This
now.
would start his ascension. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it would be so wonderful.
Yeah, he's gotta win. He's gotta win.
But I think like realistically, I think Braun Breaker might come out the champion unless he. This honestly also might be a thing like what they did with Gunther, had him lose the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, and then all of a sudden he's in the main event. I could see that being a thing.
Oh,
Um,
for Braun?
yeah,
Yeah.
but honestly, I don't know. I'm not mad because like if Penta wins, that's cool. Penta's a real cool dude. Finn Balor's always been a cool dude. But Dominic Mysterio,
That's the thing. It's
yeah.
like Penta, I feel like you could keep him there for a while where he's at. And you feel me?
Oh
People
yeah,
will
and this is
still be happy with the character.
yeah, absolutely. But I don't think he wins just because his tag team partner just got signed. The one that was his tag team
Yeah.
partner in AEW, El Phoenix, I
Yeah.
believe his name is. So I think they probably will be a tag team again. But one thing that I really thought about is we were just talking about crazy storylines. That Dominic Mysterio shits on his dad every chance he gets. In public, bro, on Twitter, he's like always just saying like, I don't know, Eddie's probably my dad. I mean, my mom got around. Like that is
Yeah, that's
so
insane. Dude's wilding. Dude is absolutely like the paycheck
like
you
the
would have
fact
to
that they
cut
keep
me to say some shit like that.
bro, they keep alluding to the fact that like Rey Mysterio's wife cheated on him with Eddie Guerrero.
Like,
Like, why do they keep doing this?
yeah, man.
Like that underlying factor is so insane. But no, I'm with you. Finn, not Finn, but Dominic. Yeah, he has to win.
Yeah, Dom has to win this match, bro. He has to.
And then speaking of someone that has to win a match, bro, I think Drew McIntyre absolutely has to win the match versus Damian Priest. I hope it's a good one. I hope it's a war. Like
Yeah, it will be.
two real big ass dudes going to war. That's
Yeah.
that's what I ultimately hope for the match. But Drew McIntyre has to win this match.
How so?
Unless he loses and goes insane. I'm here for that. He just goes absolutely apeshit.
Oh my god. Could you imagine? Insane McIntyre.
Bro, he used to come out with a sword. I mean, come on.
Bro, fun fact.
One
My
wrong
son
move with that
actually
sword and
likes
that
him.
could have been fucking dangerous. But yeah, how do you feel about that match?
Um, like I said, I honestly I didn't really think too much of it, like of who's gonna win. I just knew it was like you said, it was gonna be a lengthy. It's gonna be one of those lengthy filler fight,
Yeah.
not filler fight, but in between championship matches, you gotta have a fight. It'll be a
Yeah.
lengthy, real hardcore. We're fighting
Honestly, it
all
has
over this.
potential to steal the show.
Yeah, low key. Like I wouldn't be mad at
Because
it.
like the one thing that like sucked,
You said
the
it's a
only
street
thing
fight,
that
right?
sucked about John Cena going heel is that the match between Sami Zayn and Gunther, or no, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which was a fucking, did
Yeah,
you see that match?
yeah,
That was an
yeah,
insane match. I
yeah.
loved everything about that match, but then John Cena goes heel and you just fucking forget about
Yeah,
it.
bro. I ain't gonna lie. I really wanted Sammy to win. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, Kevin, and
I did.
that's like the thing that sucks. Shout out to Kevin Owens, with this neck injury, man. That shit is so sad.
Yeah.
Who do you think Randy Orton's opponent's gonna be?
Uh,
Because like the rumors, they think Aleister Black is gonna come back, and face Nick Aldis, which is my preferred option because I think that would be hilarious because he can actually wrestle. But I don't know, man. They got themselves in an awkward spot right now. Like Sheamus is an option. I feel like it's gonna be some bullshit where he
uh,
squashes somebody though.
yeah.
It's the Undertaker.
Could you fucking imagine?
Undertaker comes back and squashes Randy Orton one last time.
Yo, he used to have that dude shook
Bro, I'm so high right now.
Loki. Okay. So
I'm doing my best to keep it together, but
word.
this
I'm
is this
trying
is
to
the
do
ropes and the flowers. So two more matches: Io Sky versus Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. I love this match.
yeah.
I'll say this: they did this beautifully. That's why I said I'm not shitting on women's wrestling by shitting on the other matches, but this match right here, I feel like is going to be a banger, especially the moments that we're going to get from Bianca and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
I hope Bianca wins. I'm ready for her to be champion again. I loved her championship run the first time, but obviously, I don't think anyone would be mad with Rhea Ripley winning the title back. But it doesn't make sense. But
Bro.
I think Bianca gets it.
I think Io Sky wins, bro.
What?
I do. Just because,
To
like I told you earlier, bro, WWE they recycle storylines, bro. And it's like I've
yeah.
seen this story, like I've seen something similar because didn't something similar to this happen to Asuka? And she actually lost the belt, and a lot of people didn't take kindly to that. Because it's like
Was that against Charlotte?
I think it was Charlotte and Bianca. Because it was like, bro, they did the same thing that they're doing to EO, where it's like two people are fighting and they're just disrespecting the champion, like openly disrespecting the champion,
Yeah.
and the champion's
Yeah.
trying to fight for their attention. Like, I'm still the champion. Like, so I don't
Yeah.
feel
Yeah,
them
yeah.
bringing that back, and without them trying to give the payoff of the champion actually winning this time.
Damn. And if there's someone that deserves like a win, I think it is her. Considering like her last championship run was terrible. So like if this one's terrible, it's kind of like what are we doing now?
Because it's like
So I see
honestly,
your point.
you can still have because again we have the this is gonna play out in the next pay per views and stuff. Now you got the case where all right, boom, you can have an interaction where it's like both women can feel entitled to they had the match won if it wasn't for
Yeah.
the other one. So okay, now you guys just fight for it now
Right.
to find an actual number one contender,
I
and then
feel
you
you.
can give it to whoever you want to after that. But at least
Yeah.
that gives EO, you feel me, time with the belt to you feel me solidify herself as a world
Hey,
champion.
you got me convinced, but I'm still here for Bianca.
Because it's like both of them, Bianca and Rhea, you can build them up literally whenever you want. Like
Yeah.
those are two characters that can become
Agreed.
champion at any point in time. Like
Absolutely agreed.
so, if there
So
was somebody that quote unquote has to win, it would be
it'd
Io
be her.
Sky. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, it'd be cool if she wins and then Rhea and Bianca go on like a really long feud. That would be mad cool
Yeah,
because their
that'll be
matches
a
would be
big.
lit.
Yeah,
Those matches would be some of the best women's
I
matches
was
ever.
literally just about to say that might be one of the best women's rivalries that we've ever gotten.
Yeah. They'd find a way to turn into a black and white thing. Nah, I'm joking.
Could you imagine?
So the
Bianca just
last
comes
match,
out with the
main
Black
event,
Lives
man.
Matter T-shirt.
The last match is Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, and I'm gonna tell you, if Cody Rhodes finishes as the boring face hero champion, I'm gonna be tight.
Yeah, man.
His
We've
title
been
run, like
hinting
to
at
me,
this
his
all
title run has
episode
been painful, bro. His title run has been so
bro.
painful.
And you know
It's
what it is?
been
It's mad. It's mad unfortunate But be honest, bro. The only reason why people were on board with Cody was because they needed somebody to beat Roman. It didn't have to
Yeah, and
be.
then it
It
was
didn't
kinda
have to
cool
be
because like,
Cody. It could have been
we all love
anybody.
yeah, and we all love Dusty Rhodes, so, like,
Yeah,
seeing him
100%.
complete the story yeah,
You
but,
feel
like, I
me?
don't
But
it
they
just
just
wasn't
everybody desperately wanted somebody to beat Roman. They were just
yeah.
clamoring on to whoever. And honestly, that just goes to show that they did a really good job building up Roman's character and shit.
And he has good matches, but, like, he's just so boring.
Like me personally, I fuck with Cody Rhodes. I
Yeah,
feel
like,
me
and I
like,
do too, it's just, like, this run has been
but I do
just
feel like the run's a little dry, like
yeah.
little telegraphed.
Like, there was some pay-per-views he wasn't even defending the title.
Yeah,
Like, there was most pay-per-views, like, there was something else that outshined it.
yeah.
I don't
I
know, man.
definitely expected more of a title
Yeah.
run coming off of Roman
All of his
Reigns.
matches were predictable, like, you knew that he was going over
Right.
every single one of
Yeah,
those
hundred
matches.
percent.
Like, the beautiful thing with Roman is, like, the story was always so good that you kinda, like, even when he faced Jey Uso, like, you know what I mean? He would face Jey Uso, and you would be sitting there like, "Ah, you know, Jey has a shot, man." Like, he would face Kevin
Yeah,
Owens, you'd be
man.
like, "Maybe, man, Kevin."
Yo, I mean, Roman was like the king of getting this close to losing, and then just
Yeah,
not
and then
losing.
some
Some
horse shit.
bullshit, bro. Some absolute bullshit.
And that's why, like, him winning that match and you know what? Let's go right into that discussion. The most important moment in WrestleMania history, I think, was Roman Reigns defeating Cody Rhodes the first time, and then doing it in such a shitty way,
Yeah,
and the whole event ending on such a sour
yeah.
t like,
OD, low key, because
that
his
alone
heat
made
got
Roman Reigns
nuclear
one of the
after
best
that.
heels ever.
Yeah, yeah, OD. Because I ain't
Because
gonna
everyone's
lie,
just
I was really invested into that story for Cody. I'm not gonna lie to you, because that was during
bro,
one of the points in time where I was just checking back in. Because Roman was on an unbelievable fucking run, and I'm just like,
yeah,
God
and I
damn.
thought, like, okay, 2 years, you know, it lasted. Cody Rhodes is definitely, like, Cody Rhodes is winning for sure,
It's
100%,
like they
and
come
then
back and
Roman
it's like, yeah,
Reigns
finish the story. I'm gonna win the title that my
yeah,
dad couldn't win in the city that he tried to win. I'm
yeah,
like, oh yeah, okay. We got the
I can get
history
behind
lesson and
that.
all that. Cool.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
No, literally, bro. So like me watching it again, I wasn't really like keeping up with WWE at the time, but I was like just checking back in because again it's WrestleMania season. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, Roman's gonna go down here. So and then he just didn't, and I'm just like, well, who the fuck is this guy? Like what the fuck?
Oh my god, man. And like, yeah, Roman Reigns fucking winning that. I say it's the most important moment because it solidified Roman Reigns as one of the greatest heels ever, one of the greatest champions ever, you know, defending it WrestleManias in a row. And then like for Cody, it builds up his story to an unbelievable point. So I think it did wonders for Cody because if Cody would have just won the championship, I think he would have gotten shitted on. Like if he just won in a predictable way and then did everything that he's doing now,
Yeah.
then. But
But
they
bro, to
built it up
me,
so
that kind
good.
of just telegraphed that he had to win this next time.
Yeah.
Cause I'm just like, bro, I'll never want to hear from Cody Rhodes again if he comes back out here.
And that was the cool thing about Roman Reigns. Even though it
Like,
was for sure that Cody Rhodes was winning, like there was still
bro,
that
if
like
Roman would have won the second match too, he would be the best ever. He would literally be the best ever, bro. He'd be the best ever.
bro, and all the rumors that came out that said they wanted him to beat Hulk Hogan's like 1,000 day or whatever, how much ever
Yeah,
days
bro.
it was record. And I was like, I started buying in. I'm like, holy shit, bro, they're really about to have Roman Reigns win again.
Yeah,
And
man.
then Cody won
Yeah.
after so much crazy shit. So I mean, yeah, I have that because, like I said, it solidified Roman's run. It got Cody to where he needed to be ultimately to make that next WrestleMania, like that next last WrestleMania is the love of my life. That really got me back into wrestling.
Yeah.
Like the tag team match with The Rock and Seth Rollins was amazing.
Yeah.
The finish to that whole storyline there was amazing. Like I felt like it gave Roman his flat. Everyone loved Roman after
Yeah.
that.
100%.
And all of that was like all that happened, which might be the most important things to happen in WWE history, because Roman Reigns beat Cody Rhodes the way that he did.
Yeah.
Like it, like I said, all this gets wiped out if Cody Rhodes just straight up beats Roman Reigns and that's it.
Yeah.
None of the
Yeah. Yeah.
none of the cool shit happens. None of the like we've had some of the greatest things ever happen since then.
Yeah. Because Roman's not even like that big of a deal
Yeah,
at that
he
point.
loses and
Yeah.
people still aren't fully bought into Roman Reigns and he's still trying to like get the fans love. But it's just
Yeah.
like that the way he won was so shitty. Like like that's like your girlfriend cheating on you shitty.
Nah, for real, bro. For real. I ain't gonna lie.
to
That
end a whole to end a whole entire WrestleMania with that bullshit
yeah,
ending
bro.
was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that WrestleMania was fire. I'm not gonna lie. That match was fire. I'm not gonna lie.
But if I had an honorable mention to this, it was obviously Daniel Bryan winning the two championships at the end of the night. Confetti, everyone just yes, yes, yes when he beat Randy Orton and Batista.
Yeah.
Because like that just showed that the fans do have power. Because like that was during a time where people were like questioning like, you know, they about to bury Daniel Bryan and all this shit, but the fans dead ass locked in and got Daniel Bryan to being the WWE champion. And I thought that was fire.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what did you have?
Mine was like honestly, mine was the streak being broken. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
That
that was
was
crazy.
insane to me. Like that
That was crazy.
that was insane to me, bro. Like you feel
Because I
me?
think
It might
everybody
not
had
have
the
the ripple
same.
effect of like the shit that you were talking about, but like
Yeah.
that moment was so fucking powerful to me, bro. Like that was the one time
Well,
that I ever felt like they just got the everybody to just go quiet. Like,
because bro, when I'm, you know, when he did the F5, I'm like, okay, Undertaker's gonna kick out again. He's gonna have this big comeback, but then they counted three, and
I was just like, yo, what, huh?
bro, the whole like they didn't even play his music. Everyone was just silent. Like
Bro,
the
like
commentators were just like, what?
everybody was stuck, bro. And I'm just like, bro, like that right there, I feel like that's where you get real creative spark from.
And
Like,
that's what I'm saying because like everybody likes to say, and even Undertaker himself says it that like it wasn't the right time to lose the streak. It wasn't the right moment, but I think it was just because
low key. Cause it's like
the shock
it's
factor.
such a
You
curveball,
don't
bro. And like even though it's not a curveball, because you would say, nigga, the Undertaker versus Brock
like
Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's a fucking
yeah, Brock Lesnar
he's
should like dog
insane,
walk
bro.
him,
Like, what
and
the
that's what
fuck?
happened.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. But it's just like you know the Undertaker and his streak, and you know the legacy behind it. So, like, that's one of those things where it's like there's three things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and the Undertaker winning at
Winning at
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Like 100%.
I would always go to school that next Monday, like, ah, yeah, Undertaker
Like if
won, you know,
FanDuel was around when the Undertaker streak was going
negative
on,
10,000 every
bro,
day.
every year, bro. So it's like when it came down and he finally lost, I was just like,
Yeah,
whoa,
and like, yeah, because like if Brock Lesnar loses and the Undertaker eventually loses to Roman Reigns, that would have been predictable. That would have been like passing the torch. Like it would have
yeah,
been like okay, like, but Brock Lesnar winning in that way was nuts because no one saw it coming.
yeah.
Everyone was just like, "What the fuck?"
Like you
And it
got
was such a
so
Brock
many
Lesnar thing to
memes out of
do.
that moment, bro. The
The
black
dude in the
guy with
crowd.
the bro, the little girl just mad as hell. Like, bro, there was so many people in that arena that was just dumbfounded, bro.
I
Up
was
the
at home
arena, just
dumbfounded.
all around the world, bro, just dumbfounded. Like,
And the fact that the show had to keep on going after that.
right? Like, just yeah, move on next. Like, what, bro? What do you mean next,
Hold on, I gotta look up the card real quick because that had to be hilarious.
bro?
Because
That
I remember
moment was just
watching it.
so insane for me, bro. I was just like, I felt like
One
that was
second.
the end of the wrestling that I knew, like as a kid.
No, for
That,
real. Like when that, yeah. Oh yeah, that literally. Because how do you follow up that moment for real? And they followed it up with the Daniel Bryan win.
yeah,
So that damn that ooh, that
That was
WrestleMania 30?
that was a crazy ass emotional swing.
Yeah. Well, because you literally went from Brock Lesnar beating the streak to Daniel Bryan act like someone actually getting over on Vince McMahon, it felt like.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah. But you cooked with that though. You
yeah.
cooked. So with that being said, V-Man's back. It was a pleasure having you back, man. We always did our thing. We always cooked, but life happens. Things go their separate ways, but we're back. And with that, now you guys can kind of see the whole plan that's unfolding here. We got, the
We're back,
NBA
baby.
finals, wrestling, we got
The
sports, video
Warriors are up
games,
by
life
12 right
stuff.
now. By the way.
I promise on the next episode we'll get into some non-wrestling talk, but it's fucking
Oh
WrestleMania
yeah, bro.
weekend.
WrestleMania,
Yeah,
man. It's
deal with it,
WrestleMania.
guys. Deal with it,
Come on,
guys. You
man.
got this. Thank you to everyone that's watching overseas. We're getting this crazy overseas following. We got Belgium, Australia's popping off.
Belgium.
Belgium's still here.
Belgium.
Belgium's still here.
Yeah.
And then just in general, the YouTube views that we're starting to get and everything, it's a blessing, and we're gonna continue this ride. So make sure you guys subscribe, sell your souls,
Yeah, man.
you know,
All that.
leave some feedback, do whatever you got to do, just get on board because we're
Yeah.
not stopping this time. We are not stopping.
Heavy.
Hit the music.